Well, we're here with Chuck Link today of Town and Country, and Chuck, we've done some work on a patio for you. Tell us a little bit about what we did.
I have been in this home for 30 years, a pool for 25. Had two different projects here. One, an old exposed aggregate patio that had been covered with cool deck, and then brand new fresh concrete around the pool, which also was covered in cool deck. And in the beginning, they looked great, matched. Over time, the exposed aggregate was beginning to wear. Literally, it had almost worn off. The rocks were showing in different places more than others. And so I decided, hey, let's get this fixed. It's time. And knew of your company from some relationships I had with different people. Called you up. I think I had postcards that I even had that I always kept, and I even had it looked at several years ago, but it wasn't time. Anyway, Joan Spurlock came out. She was wonderful. She was attentive. We talked about colors. We talked about time. We talked about with this project and that project. So I decided to go ahead and do just the patio portion now to see what kind of work you did and see how it looked and see how it worn. And we'll see how this goes for a season and maybe do more next year.
Okay, so how were the guys to work with as far as
funny. I was not here much. Obviously, they're doing it today. My wife was. Nice young guys. Were attentive when you had a question. Were very careful to make sure that they did it professionally and didn't get our house ugly and cleaned up well and didn't leave a lot of mess. And long story short, during the process, it was very fast. I think it only took 3 days. And a couple little, probably the best part of the deal, there were a couple little issues where there were some low spots where some puddles gathered right by steps, which I thought, boy, this might not be good in the wintertime if it freezes because the water sit. And you came out and took care of that and evened out those two spots, which was great. Kevin came out and looked at it, and those were fixed. And I'm pleased, and the whole thing looks great, and I can't wait for the season next year for people to say, oh my gosh, problem is they probably didn't realize the other was bad because they didn't see it every day.
Right. So would you recommend decorative concrete to your friends and neighbors?
Yes, I would. Yeah, because you always want everything to be right, but that didn't usually happen when you do jobs in this world. And they were fixed, and everybody was very responsive when I had to call about whatever. The finance part went fine, and there's been no hassles. And yeah, I'm very pleased, and I am a person in the know. I know a lot of people in the neighborhood, and matter of fact, somebody already asked me about it because they saw it and wanted to do it, and I will definitely recommend Decorative Concrete.
Very good. Thank you.